Yo, welcome back. Didn't upload for, obviously a couple weeks. I'm back. Hopefully, upload a lot more frequently. But yeah, season just ended. Last season I finished number 81. Didn't play too much either, so, I'll take that finish considering some people who played significantly more than me. But, yeah, I don't have any live games, but yeah, we can go over some replays. I'll show you the deck I was playing. So yeah, I was playing this rocket cycle deck. It seems kind of odd because there's no real win con, but you kind of just defend the whole game and then just throw a couple rockets, and then that's basically how you win. So yeah, we'll go into some replays real quick. First game, we're against Happy Helper. He plays a drill rocket deck. It's like a mirror matchup, but he has the goblin drill, basically instead of the delivery. For the most part, that's the only difference. But yeah, there was a ton of giant this season, obviously. A ton of giant, ton of drill, ton of pigs, ton of I don't know. That's honestly kind of it. Ton of minor wall breakers, I guess, too. But yeah, this deck did do really, really good versus all of that stuff. Super good versus giants. Super good versus pigs and stuff like that. You kind of hard counter both of them. Yeah, obviously there's no air defense in this deck, so if you do face lava, it's kind of cooked, right? Honestly, I faced lava a couple times. I kind of just log the middle. There's really nothing you can do if you face lava or any sort of air deck. So yeah, it's quite unfortunate if you do face air, but if you don't face air, you can beat every deck in the game. Yeah, so I knew he had rocket, a rocket cycle mirror matchup, so I'm just gonna have to rocket him as many times as I can whenever I can, and I need to not let his knight cross the bridge, because what he's gonna try to do is get goblin drills with the hero knight, and then ability lasting. For example, he goes drill here. He didn't expect him to block the bridge, and yeah, he's just gonna go with an early little rock here, and then yeah, I do end up going Evo skeletons just to take care of everything, and obviously I'm down 200 damage because snowball does more damage. I have to use logs on the drill, which means I don't get logs on tower, and drill spawn damage also does a lot of damage. It'll add up. Two of them will do as much damage as one log. So yeah, the only good thing about this right now is that I'm up 2 or 3 cards on the rocket, whereas he needs to play a lot more just to get back to his rocket. So I'm up 300 damage, but I know it's not a win at all. But yeah, I blocked the bridge again because yeah, he like he did last time. He's gonna go in with the hero knight. I go with a pretty log at first because I don't want him to Evo snowball me and stuff like that. And I thought he was gonna go Evo snowball, so I played an ice spirit. It's all good though, because I am up 300 damage, 400 damage now because of that, what's it called? That skeleton. And yeah, I do just drop a spirit to tank, or a demolisher to tank the spirit because it's not worth to take the damage. It's just not worth it in a mirror match like this. Yeah, so I'm up 1,000 damage. I know he's probably going to rock me back. So yeah, I was a little confused when he sent a drill first. I think he should go drill or a rocket first. But yeah, I knew he was going to give a snowball. So yeah, I dropped a delivery. I dropped an ice spirit because I thought it was going to be on the tower, but it did not, luckily. Here, I definitely just have to rock in the back. I do have a cannon that can maybe help take care of stuff like demolishers and stuff like that. Yeah, so I have to block the bridge every single time, or else I lose. And then he puts on the side, so yeah, I just do a log plus delivery in case he goes snowball. And yeah, he does go snowball, but it doesn't do anything. He kind of messed up the placement. And yeah, the demolishers kind of just cancel each other out. Didn't really need the ice, but I should have just rocketed him first. But it's all good. I need 3 rockets, and this game is done where he needs more than 3 rockets because he needs extra damage other than that. He needs to get a drill on tower, or else he cannot win. So yeah, yeah. So, like always, I log the first goblin, and then I drop in a perfectly timed ice spirit, and then Evo skeleton just so he doesn't get hit. Because if he gets a hit with the goblin, he needs 2 rockets. But now he needs more than 2 rockets just to win the game. So yeah, obviously I'm up a rocket. I rocket him now. 1 more rocket does do enough. Does 540 or something like that. So yeah, I just block the bridge. And I go ice spirit first this time because I know he's going to try to delay his snowballs and stuff like that. So yeah, I can eat a little bit of damage because he only has 1 rocket, right? Rocket only does 500. So even if he goes in now, I know I can just rocket him last second. And I do get that victory right there. It gets me to 3,500 medals. But yeah, let's go into the next replay. This game against Batman. Like I said, there was a lot of pigs decks. This is one of the main pigs decks. It's the pigs EQ with Archer Queen. That was a very common one. But this one in particular was super common. So yeah, I go Demolisher just to, splash onto all these pigs. Drop a Knight as well because I know I need to not take any damage, and he can't really punish me being down this much elixir or anything. And Demolisher plus Hero Knight is actually a really solid push, right? Like, I just popped the ability, keep the Demolisher full HP, it takes care of absolutely everything as well. He has to drop an Ice Wizard and Skeletons, so that's a really good trade for me. And this deck's so good versus Pigs deck. So you have Delivery, Log, Cannon, Rocket if you need to. You have Demolisher if you somehow need it. But yeah, he does go with a Ghost there, so I do think I just drop a Delivery. It's fine to use some pig counters because you already have so many counters to it that it's all good. And right here, I just drop a Demolisher. I could have logged, but I wouldn't do Demolisher just because it has the counter push potential, right? So we're kind of just resetting here. And never mind, I go Knight at the bridge. I guess because he didn't have Ghost. But yeah, he does go Skeletons, and he drops his Evo Ghost, which is perfectly fine with me because the Demolisher is going to just take care of everything, right? Like in Log, everything just dies. Demolisher is super good. People just are now realizing how strong the Demolisher is. And I do think I get a King activation here. Yep, really nice King activation on the E-Spirit. He does get like a pig hit out of it, but I know the King Tower activation is way more important than like just what, 100 and like 7 damage it looks like. So really good start for me because as long as you don't lose somehow in single elixir, you should be able to beat Pigs decks every single time, whether it's this one or Pigs EQ. So I just drop a Knight, gotta not eat that damage. I might go Demolisher the bridge. Okay, yeah, I did go Demolisher bridge just to be annoying. It does kill the Skeletons at least, and then I can just pop the ability just to be a little bit annoying. And yeah, he has to drop so much elixir just to take care of my, whatever they're called, my Demolishers. And yeah, if the Demolisher does connect, that is a 1 rocket damage, more than a rocket, just so much damage, it's like 600 damage. I do miss the delivery, but I think it's fine. He does pre-lining, really interesting lining, honestly, so I just go Ice Spirit, Skeletons, and Knight. And yeah, I know because he used so much elixir and I have a Knight on the board, I can just get an easy rocket on tower to tie it back up. So yeah, that's why this matchup is so easy, because they can only really get damage with their lightnings. And lightning obviously does way less damage than the rocket. So rocket, and you have your cycles are about the same, but you have the rocket, and you also have the log. So the log also obviously does way more damage. Added up with the rockets, it does like 600 damage if you add it up with the rocket. Whereas the lightning, he doesn't have a barbell. He doesn't have a log. He has a barbell which does 0 damage to tower. So yeah, I can eat a little bit of damage on the right just because it's opposite lane, and then I can just go with another rocket because I have delivery log. Delivery log might be the best count. Like delivery logs decks might be the best counters in the game to the Royal Hogs. So yeah, he keeps having to split his pigs because he has so many like counters. He doesn't want me to go with like delivery log in one lane and shut it completely down. But I kind of just like kill everything anyways. Yeah, go Knight here just to block for everything. And then yeah, I could have technically ability here, but I think I just like Demolisher delivery or something. But yeah, he does an interesting set of pigs here. So I can just deliver the left side and then cannon to pull everything into, or to make him go on the ground, I guess. Because once they're on the ground, they're not a threat at all. And he had Evo pigs gone, so I'm like, okay, I should be able to rocket soon. But I guess I don't here just because I was already like tied in damage, so I guess there's no point. So yeah, I do deliver that. It seems weird, 3-for-1 trade. It's an E-Spirit. It's not too much damage, but you don't want to eat damage if you can. It adds up, and now he's lining my right side, which is really good for me because now he's splitting up his damage. When he's splitting up his damage, it's gonna help me for sure because that's really like he needs all the damage he can get because he only has the lightning where I have the rocket. So yeah, I rock once again because I have delivery log, cannon in my hand. He can't do anything. He goes pigs in the back, so I do think I deliver the left or Demolisher the left side. Yep, here's the Demolisher on the left. Should kill everything, and I can just delivery log. The right kills the Ice Wizard, the pigs, and now the Royal Ghost. Delivery, one of the best cards right now, at least in this meta. Yeah, I just bring out all the pigs to one side, and then I can just delivery log them with ease. I don't even think he gets a single hit as well. But now I'm just cycling back to my delivery because I know he's going to go back in. So yeah, delivery the pigs and the ghosts and everything. And now the Evo Ghost is not a threat because it's targeting my delivery. And just like that, that game, that's basically wraps. He can't really do anything from here. If I do somehow need it, I can just like, rocket or something on his pigs or something. But yeah, I don't need it. I get one more rocket to close out the game. And yeah, let's go into the next match. Alright, third game is against none other than Ian77. So Ian was playing Hog EQ, which is kind of impressive in that meta because it was honestly really, really bad. It got hard countered by most of the decks in the meta. But yeah, he goes Hog first play. I do the anti-can push because I thought he was going to maybe go Hog plus EQ first play. I didn't want him to get any hits. And he obviously had to counter my Knight anyways. So I go Demolisher the Bridge just to, pressure him a bit because my deck doesn't have too much pressure. I want to just be able to survive single. As long as you survive single in this match, and I guess most matchups, as long as you survive single Elixir while not being down too much damage, you should be able to win just because you can play perfect defense with this deck. This deck can truthfully defend any deck in the game, including Lava. It's just they'll still get good damage because you can't actually kill the entire Lava Hound. You just, you know what I mean? So, yeah, I have my cannon in hand, but he goes Hog in the back, which I don't think was the best play or anything. But yeah, I don't even use my cannon. And the reason I don't use my cannon is because I want to be able to save it. So it doesn't matter if I spend, 7 elixir on his Hog. I still have a cannon. I still have a rocket if I need to. Yes, so you don't feel, you can, if you're defending a Hog with troops, it doesn't matter how much elixir you're spending as long as you don't use your building. If you use your building, it's a little bit different, but you can overspend sometimes. Okay, now I get the can activation, and he gets 0 hits because I just rocket his Hog. He gets a little bit of firecracker damage, but I got the king up and everything, so it's not really that big of a deal. And I know as long as I don't make too many misplays, I'll win the game. And, I spoke a little bit too soon because I was streaming when I was, playing this game, and I was saying, like, okay, as long as I play good defense, I should win. But I took a little bit later in the game, and you will see what happens. So he goes Mighty Mine in the back. This matchup would be way more difficult if there was 3-card cycle, but because they removed 3-card cycle, it's just so hard for him to keep up. And what I do is I go Knight on his Firecracker and the Mighty Miner, and I just pop the ability and makes everything targeted. And then I just cycle log, need the damage as I can probably just cannon here. Okay, I could deliver the Hog. It stops the Firecracker as well, and then cannon last second. I go Demolisher just to snipe down this Firecracker. He thought it got to the skeleton, so he dropped a late Mighty Miner. And I do drop a 9 here, so he does get quite decent value here, unfortunately, but it's all good. I do get my cannon last second, so he gets 0 Hog hits. And then I can just get a really nice log on everything. So obviously I'm down 700 damage, but I know Rocket does what? Almost 2.5 times more damage than the Earthquake, so I'm not really too worried yet. And I don't even think I need a Rook Cannon this because I got the delivery on it. If you can get a delivery on Hog, an Ice Spear, Skeleton's Log, you will full counter without using your building. So yeah, I drop a Knight just because I don't want him to get an ability on my tower. If he gets an ability on the tower, that's a rocket for 1 elixir. He would win the game off that. He's saying a game because I rocket his tower and it's kind of unpunishable, right? Yeah, I do the anti-EQ cannon. If he gets a Hog hit, that's enough maybe for him to win the game. So I know I can't do that. I cycle log and then go Ice Spirit because then I get the tower damage. And then I know I can just delivery high. I delivery high for the Hog, and then I drop cannon last second, anti-EQ. Panicked a little bit with that Demolisher, but it's all good because the Demolisher will go on the same side as the Firecracker, which means it can maybe kill it. It doesn't here, unfortunately, but the idea was there, right? So I get the delivery on the Hog. The Ice Spirit jumps, and then I can log it. I drop Evo Skeletons. Although they're the Evo, and you might be like, oh, it's a waste of your Evo, it blocked the Evo Firecracker damage, which is game-winning damage for him, right? So I know he didn't really have EQ yet, but unfortunately, I Ice Spear his Firecracker instead, so he does get 1 Hog hit, and because of that, I'm down damage. 1 Hog hit, usually in matches like this, is enough to win the game. Maybe not 1, but 2 for sure. So if I take 1 more Hog hit, I'm guaranteed to lose because he can always just EQ where I can't just always drop my rocket. And because of my King Tower being up, I'm able to full counter this Hog. He drops the ability. He thinks it was going to hit the tower, I think. But, luckily for me, it didn't. I'll drop my cannon high up. It's not an anti-EQ, but it's fine because it was already super low. And then this Ice Spirit blocks for everything. And then I just log everything. He does get a little bit of Firecracker damage, but it's all good. I drop my cannon, my delivery, and that's 0 Hog hits. Once again, 0 Firecracker damage because it did walk up a bit. And I need 2 more rockets. So there's no rocket number 1. There's 15 seconds left. I know he can't get enough EQ, so I could just defend this game. So yeah, I drop an Ice Spirit, and then I drop a cannon high. The cannon high was not for the Hog. It was for a Firecracker because I knew that's all he had. It was a Firecracker at the bridge. And just like that, I was able to win by, what was that, 80 damage. Nice game. Played a little bad. I shouldn't be taking hog hits in this matchup, but it's all good. A win's a win, and I'll see you in the fourth and final replay of the video. Yeah, final game against Giant Lightning. One of the most common decks in this meta. I would say maybe the most common deck. It was Giant Dark Prince with a Hero Mini P.E.K.K.A. Hero Giant. Super broken deck, honestly. Especially in single elixir. If they get a Giant Hero Mini P.E.K.K.A. push with their spells ready, you can just sometimes just get 3 crown right there. So he goes to Bomber first play. He gets trying to get to the Evo, obviously. Drops a Mega Man. And I was like, okay, he's going to go Giant the River. I think he probably knew what I'm playing, especially after these 3 cards. So yeah, he goes Dark Prince in the back. I'm like, okay, he's going to go Giant at the bridge. Most likely with a mini P.E.K.K.A. or just save up for like a Fireball or something. So I drop an early cannon. And then, yeah, he drops a mini P.E.K.K.A., I believe. Maybe he waits a bit. Okay, yeah, he drops the mini P.E.K.K.A., delays it a bit. He zaps to like do, I don't know, kill stuff faster. I'd pop the ability just to like take some damage. And then I do some really good defense here. He pops the ability, so that's a waste of 1 elixir. It just heals it up. And then everything gets killed except for the mini P.E.K.K.A. The mini P.E.K.K.A. goes straight to the King Tower. And just like that, I activate the King Tower somehow. I have my Evil Cannon as well, so next defense should be pretty easy. He's nowhere near his Giant. He's still 2 cards off. And he's not up too much elixir either. So because he has the Duchess, I'm also up 400 damage. So if you're up against stuff like Duchess, and honestly any tower ship in the game, this deck is super good against because you need all the damage you can get. Even if you're up 300, 400, 500 damage, that's enough sometimes to make it so you don't even need you need 1 rocket maybe to win the game. So the Knight will counter this. And I know from here, as long as I play good defense, I win this game because I have the King Tower up. It's hard for him to break through. The only issue is I didn't know he had Lightning, and he really didn't use it the whole game. I thought he was going to maybe Fireball this Demolisher, but since he did Fireball the Demolisher, I was like, okay, maybe he does have the Lightning. But yeah, the Demolisher doesn't do very good versus this mini P.E.K.K.A. It doesn't really do anything. And he might just Evos out my tower soon. And the reason he Evos out the tower is because there's nothing he really needs to Evo Zap. There's no Firecrackers, there's no Archers, there's no Minions, there's no Bats that I have. So he just zaps it for, what, it's like 160 damage. It's really good damage. So, yeah. So I think I maybe just drop in a cannon. What he should have done is maybe just lightning all 3 of those and Giant the River. But he didn't. And I just rocked this Giant. It may seem odd at first, but rocking tanks is super good. It gets a big chunk of it off. Like, it gets a 1/4 of it off, and I get tower damage anyway. So I don't even really need a cannon for this defense. I use a cannon anyways, but I wouldn't really need to. Yeah, I just drop a log. Maybe I don't even use it. I get a really nice delivery on absolutely everything, and just like that, I drop a cannon, and I can just rocket his mini P.E.K.K.A. if I need. But I know it's not really an issue because I have the king up and everything. So yeah, I just drop a log, perfectly timed log, reset the mini P.E.K.K.A. hit, and then Ice Spirit. And then delivery once again to kill absolutely everything. This Demolisher he still has to respond to, or else it will get a lot of damage. He cannot ignore this. So I go Knight at the bridge. And then he drops a mini P.E.K.K.A., which is perfectly fine with me. That's a waste of his mini P.E.K.K.A. It's completely dead. It's not an issue now on defense for me. And then I just cycle log, get the tower damage. And then unfortunately I do think I have to waste my Evo Cannon here. Yeah, I do waste my Evo Cannon. The barrage or whatever doesn't do anything. But I didn't want to waste elixir, so it's fine. Demolisher is super good for Mega Minion as well. Fully counters that. And then this, I believe, is where he uses lightning. Oh, no, he goes arrows, Evo, Zap. But usually when they have the arrows version, it is the lightning. So I was like, okay, he definitely has the lightning, right? But he wasn't using it, so I was kind of confused. So yeah, I believe lightning is this, which is fine though because I have my Evo skeletons. I just go log on everything. I drop a high cannon just so it doesn't get any damage. He doesn't get any Evo bomb hits as well. My Knight on the left tower is chipping away, which is really important because now if I get another Knight somehow on his tower, he cannot ignore that, or else he will lose the game off that. So he's going to go Giant the bridge on the left lane with his Mega Minion, which I don't think was the best play. Yeah, I just dropped a really nice Evo count and everything. He might lining my right side. Oh, he lining is the left. He probably should have lining the right because I think he just needs the tower damage, truthfully. But yeah, I just go Demolisher to clean up everything. And right now, I think I just rocket his right side because I just need the tower damage. Because now I can just focus on fully defending. I know he can't spell cycle me because I'm up 900 damage. There's 30 seconds left. And because the Demolisher jumps on that or whatever explodes on it, I don't have to defend it. I'm leaking because there's really nothing I need to play, right? Like I can just rocket the right side. He tries to... Oh, I dropped horrible Evo Skeletons, truthfully. But it's fine because now I just go cannon, delivery on everything, and then I can just go ice spirit on the left side because it's my weak side tower. And just like that, I'm up 500 damage. I just know I can easily just drop a rocket, evo cannon, just to stall a little bit. And just like that, you know, that's how you beat giant. You know, one of the better matchups in this deck is this deck was kind of made from code literally to counter giant. So yeah, finished number 81. Didn't play too much season 9. Mostly was watching people or just like not playing in general. But yeah, we can show you right here. Yeah, finished number 81. This season, probably not gonna push too seriously. Maybe I'll go for like top 100 or something, but nothing too crazy. Like not gonna go for like a new best or anything. Because truthfully, it's really hard to finish high without like sniping or Q sniping, and I'm not a fan of sniping, so there's no point really. Like I don't really care about finishing high. I don't want to snipe people. So yeah, pretty decent season then for me. It was pretty fun stream. But yeah, hopefully I upload more this week. Hopefully tomorrow. And yeah, see you in the next one. Peace.